It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're sitting on your couch trying to watch something on Netflix, but you can't focus because your brain is having a full conversation with itself. Did I send that email? I think I sent it. Wait, did I? I should check. No, I checked twice. But what if... And why did Sarah look at me weird in the meeting? Was it something I said? Oh God, what did I say? And I have that thing tomorrow. What time was that again? I should check my calendar. My phone's right there. But I just checked it. Did I eat dinner? I don't remember eating. Should I eat? I'm not even hungry. But I should probably... And it just keeps going. Thought after thought after thought. Each one louder than the last. All talking over each other like a crowded room where everyone's yelling and you can't hear a single complete sentence. That's anxiety. Not the kind that comes from a specific problem you can solve. The kind that hijacks your entire operating system and won't let you have a single quiet moment inside your own head. And the worst part, you know it's irrational. You know you're spiraling. You can see yourself doing it. But knowing doesn't stop it. Because anxiety isn't a logic problem. It's a nervous system problem. And your nervous system doesn't speak English. Here's what nobody tells you about anxiety and racing thoughts. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. Scan for threats, prepare for danger, keep you alert and ready to respond. The problem is, it can't tell the difference between a bear chasing you and an awkward email you sent 3 days ago. Your nervous system doesn't know that you're safe on your couch in your apartment with your door locked and nothing actually wrong. It just knows something feels off. Better stay vigilant. Better keep processing. Better not miss anything important. So it loops and loops and loops. And when you tell yourself, just calm down or stop overthinking, you're trying to use logic to solve a biological response. That's like trying to talk your way out of a fever. Your body doesn't care what you think makes sense. It's responding to signals that are happening below conscious thought. This is why mindfulness apps sometimes make it worse. Someone tells you to clear your mind, and your anxious brain hears you're doing it wrong and spirals harder. Or you try deep breathing, and you're so focused on whether you're breathing correctly that you're more anxious than before, because you're still trying to think your way out of it. But here's what actually works. You can't think your way out of anxiety. You have to ground your way out. Grounding isn't some woo-woo concept. It's literally bringing your awareness out of your head and into your body and environment. It's interrupting the thought spiral by giving your brain something concrete to focus on that isn't a threat. Think of it this way. Your anxious brain is like a smoke alarm going off because you burned toast. It's technically doing its job. There's smoke, but it's wildly overreacting to the situation. You can't reason with the alarm, but you can open a window, clear the smoke, and give it evidence that there's no actual fire. That's grounding. You're not trying to argue with your thoughts. You're not trying to suppress them or replace them with positive affirmations. You're giving your nervous system physical evidence that you're safe, right now, in this moment. And the fastest way to do that? The 5 senses grounding technique. But here's the thing. I'm not just going to tell you what it is. We're going to do it together, right now. Because reading about grounding is like reading about swimming. You have to actually get in the water. Okay, I need you to actually do this. Not, I'll try it later. Not, that sounds nice. Right now. Even if you're not anxious in this exact moment, your brain needs to learn this pattern when it's calm, so it can access it when it's not. Here's how it works. You're going to name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, and 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. But here's the key. You have to actually notice them, not just list them. Actually look at the object, touch the texture, listen to the sound. This isn't a speed round. This is you deliberately pulling your attention out of your head and into the physical world. Let's do it, right now. 5 things you can see. Look around the room you're in. What do you actually see? Not just my couch. What color is it? Is there a stain on the cushion? A tag sticking out? Find 5 specific visual details. I'll wait. 4 things you can touch. Feel the surface under your hands, the fabric of your clothes against your skin, the temperature of the air, the weight of your phone, or the texture of this page. 4 physical sensations. Notice them. 3 things you can hear. Close your eyes if you need to. What sounds are happening right now? Traffic outside, the hum of your fridge, your own breathing, someone's TV in the next apartment. 3 sounds. Actually listen. 2 things you can smell. This one's harder sometimes. Maybe it's the laundry detergent on your shirt, coffee from earlier, the slight mustiness of your room, or maybe it's nothing. The absence of smell counts. 2 scents. 1 thing you can taste. The toothpaste from an hour ago, the aftertaste of your last drink, the inside of your mouth. 1 taste. Now, and this is important, notice your thoughts. Are they still racing? Or did they quiet down, even a little? If you actually did that exercise instead of just reading through it, I guarantee your nervous system shifted. Maybe not dramatically. Maybe your thoughts didn't stop completely, but they slowed. The volume came down. Your shoulders dropped half an inch. That's not magic. That's neuroscience. Here's what just happened in your brain. When you engage your senses, you activate the parts of your nervous system responsible for present moment awareness. You literally cannot be fully in your head spinning anxious scenarios and fully present with the texture of your couch at the same time. Your brain had to choose, and you gave it a safer, easier thing to focus on. This is why grounding works when positive thinking doesn't. Positive thinking asks your anxious brain to believe something it doesn't. Everything's fine, you're safe, nothing bad will happen. Your brain immediately argues back with evidence. But what about... Grounding doesn't ask your brain to believe anything. It just asks it to notice. There's a blue mug. The floor is cold. I hear a car outside. Your brain can't argue with facts. A blue mug is a blue mug. There's no debate. And once your nervous system gets evidence that you're physically safe in this moment, that there's no immediate threat requiring the hypervigilance, it starts to power down the alarm system. Not instantly, but gradually. This is how you retrain an anxious brain. Not by arguing with it, by consistently, repeatedly showing it that most moments are actually safe. Here's your homework, and I mean it. This only works if you actually do it consistently. For the next 7 days, do the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding practice once a day. Not just when you're anxious, every single day. Set a reminder on your phone for the same time. Maybe after lunch, maybe before bed, whatever works. Why daily, even when you're calm? Because you're building a neural pathway. You're teaching your brain that it can shift out of thought spiral mode and into present moment mode. And the more you practice when you're calm, the easier it becomes to access when you're not. Think of it like a fire drill. You don't practice evacuating the building when it's actually on fire. You practice when it's calm, so that when the alarm goes off, your body knows exactly what to do without thinking. That's what you're doing here. You're practicing presence so that when anxiety hijacks your volume knob, you have a practiced response that doesn't require willpower or logic or talking yourself down. And here's what you'll notice after a week. Your baseline anxiety will be lower. Not gone, this isn't a cure, but quieter. Because you're spending less time in your head and more time in your body. You're giving your nervous system regular evidence that the world is mostly safe, mostly okay, mostly manageable. That's not denial. That's nervous system regulation. I know what you're thinking. This seems too simple. How is noticing 5 things going to fix my anxiety? It won't fix it. That's not the point. The point is this: you can't control whether anxious thoughts show up. They're going to show up. That's what anxious brains do. But you can control whether you get swept away by them or whether you have a tool to interrupt the spiral. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. This practice is your surfboard. It's not about making the ocean calm. It's about staying upright when it's rough. And the more you use it, the better you get. The first time, it might take 5 minutes to actually calm down. The 10th time, maybe 3 minutes. The 100th time, maybe 30 seconds. Your brain gets faster at recognizing, oh, we're grounding, we're safe, we can power down the alarm. That's real control, not controlling your thoughts, controlling your response to them. One more thing before you go, because this matters. If your thoughts race, if your brain won't shut up, if anxiety feels like a permanent background noise you can't escape, there is nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system is doing what it was designed to do: protect you. It's just doing it too much, too loud, for too long. That's not a character flaw. That's not weakness. That's biology. And biology can be regulated. You're not broken. You're not failing at being human. You're just carrying a nervous system that's been activated for so long it forgot how to rest. This practice? This is how you teach it to rest again. One grounding moment at a time, one day at a time, until rest becomes familiar again. All right, your turn. I need to know something. When's the last time your thoughts ran completely wild, like full spiral, couldn't focus on anything else, brain just looping on repeat? And more importantly, what actually grounded you again? Not what you think should work. What actually did work? Was it the 5 senses thing? Was it going outside? Was it calling someone? Was it a specific song or a cold shower or petting your dog? Drop it in the comments, because your method might be exactly what someone else needs tonight. Maybe someone's reading this at 2 a.m. with their brain on fire, and your comment is the thing that helps them breathe again. Be specific. Going for a walk is good, but walking barefoot on my cold kitchen floor is better. Details matter. Let's build a toolkit together. Comment below. And if this helped, if you actually did the grounding practice and felt your nervous system shift even a little, hit subscribe. We're talking about mental health tools that actually work, not just inspiration quotes, real practices for real brains. See you in the comments. Let's calm some storms tonight. Your thoughts will race again, but now you know how to slow them down.